Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Uh, Probably better than me with the last review that I done that will be up in a few days, but you'll see that. Anyway, we're back with another one, and we're back to the supermarkets with this one now, and we are going over to Cologne. And we have got a kolsch style lager, and the beer we are on about is Fruh kolsch. Hoping that I pronounced that right, because I know I have upset a German chap with my pronunciation either of Schneider's, Bayerisch, or the Hells, because I haven't said Helles maybe. But yeah, hopefully I've pronounced that wrong. Apologies if I have pronounced it wrong. I got time to go for everything, you know what I mean? I've got a life besides YouTube, you know. So yeah, a kolsch. Now, I haven't had many of these sort of beers, so it should be interesting. I have tried to review this before and the whole review went wrong. Hopefully this one won't. And it's out of Cologne, like I say, Germany. And if you didn't know, this beer has to be brewed to the Reinheitsgebot. I think that's how you say it. And it's got to be brewed within 30 miles or something of the area that it... what is it? Brewed within 30 miles of the city or something, I think. I don't know, something like that anyway. Have a look up. I did, so there you go. Probably the biggest known sort of kolsch in the UK, I would say, from Germany. Now, I don't have a kolsch style glass, or I do, but it's like a 200ml one. It's a gaffel kolsch one. You can't do nothing with it, so I'm going to whack it in this Stonehouse Palace of Bay Pilsner glass. That'll have to do. £3.50 from Morrison's, if I'm correct. So I saw it on the shelf, thought we've got to give it a go. So 2 minutes in, let's get it cracked open. It's nice and chilled, and let's give it a go. Nice, a lot of smoke on the opening. What to expect from a kolsch is a very light beer, less hop forward, so I'm led to believe. A bit more fruity, a bit more malty, I think, but not so much on the hop notes. So there is a little bit left in there. There we go. I wouldn't say it's massively pale, to be honest. It's straw looking in colour. It's got a slight, you might not see it there on the screen, but to me it's looking like it's got a slight haze to it. Plenty of bubbles going up. About 2 finger of a fluffy white head. There we go, nice and compact. So let's dive in on the nose and see what we get. I mean, I'm getting the hops in there. That's quite hoppy, I would say. It's got that bite. A light malty note going on in there. That's about it. That's about it. I mean, it doesn't really smell nasty. It just doesn't smell of a massive amount, but the hops are there, and I'm certain when I was looking at the thing, it said it was supposed to be sort of like less sort of hoppy and a little bit more sort of like not malty, yeasty sort of esters. But it did say less sort of hoppy, but I'm getting that sort of like hoppy bite to it. So let's stop waffling. Let's top it up a bit more. Let's top it up a bit more. And we'll go in and have a taste. It's supposed to be less bitter, I think, than a Pilsner, and a little bit more sort of fruity and floral. So Fruh kolsch, 4.8%. I didn't tell you, did I? £3.50, 500ml bottle, 4.8% ABV. Proper German beer, brewed to the Reinheitsgebot. If I've got that right, again, apologies if I've got that wrong. Let's dive in, give her a taste. Cheers. Oh yeah, there's definitely a sweeter note to it. So there is that sort of extra malty side, if you like. We'll get the rest out of the bottle, get that in there, and we'll go in again. 4.8%. It's basically a lager, if you like. It's not heavy, it's light, it's got a nice body to it. It's not thin, but it's light to drink, but with some gumption about it as you drink it. It's a very pleasant sort of drinking experience straight away, just from the body sort of thing. It is quite well carbonated. Does it roughen the mouth? It sort of roughens it up, but it doesn't ruin it. I mean, it's typical lager carbonation, you know, and you know you're always going to get a little bit of a busy mouthfeel with a lager. Quite smooth. The flavours are changing the more I drink it now, which I'm going to go into any minute now. For me, you do get the hoppy note. You do get the hops in there. And very nice they are too, it's got to be said. The floral then, you get the hoppy notes, and then it's sort of like a little bit floral for me. A little bit sort of fruity. Light to drink, there is a maltiness that comes in a little bit later. Subtle sweet malt as well. And you do get a little bit of that sort of like that little bit of Pilsner bite. It is subtle, but it is nice as well. I do like it. I like that everything sort of comes together. It's not all chucked together. For me, the flavours are coming at certain points, and I guess that's going to come down to everyone's palate. But for me, it starts off hoppy. Excuse me, you get that fruity floral note. A light, mild, sweet, malty note comes in as well. You do get that little bit of bite from the hops in there. No real bitterness, but you just get that little bit of a bite. .8%. I think because it drinks so well and it's got that lightness about it, I wouldn't say you really get that 4.8%. But that said, it sort of feels like every other 4.8% German lager as you drink it. But I don't really think you sort of get that 4.8%. I think because it's got that mild sweetness and that very mild sort of bite to it from the hops, I don't think you sort of really get it. And you know, if it had that bitterness, I think you would probably go, yeah, this is drinking bang on. It feels possibly a little bit less than what the actual ABV is, but it's a very nice drop, it's got to be said. Very drinkable. Hang on, I'm doing a video. There we go, see? Clean, crisp, goes down well. It'd be interesting to try this a lot colder. I mean, my fridge is set about 4 degrees, 5 degrees, 4 degrees, something like that. This, another couple of degrees colder, maybe say 2 to 3 degrees. You probably get a bit more crispness out of it, but there is that subtle sweetness to it as well, and that lightness, so maybe that sort of takes that little bit of edge off the crispness, but having it chilled a little bit lower, I think would do. I actually think it'd be a little bit nicer, to be honest. I still think you'd pick them flavours up in it. That I'll never know, because this is the only bottle I got, but I can always pick it up again. But for me, Fruh kolsch, and I'm not even sure of the actual brewery, if I'm honest. I'll have to sort that out and get that in the description. But Fruh kolsch, a very nice beer indeed. Again, typical German beer, always quality, know what they're doing, and no nasty anything about it. The beer is just good. It's, look, simple ingredients, done well. Gets a thumbs up from me. If you've had the beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.